Welcome to the deep dive. You ever walk into a room and just feel invisible? Or maybe you've wondered if a scent, a fragrance, could actually say something about you before you even speak. Today, we're looking at one that claims to do just that. It's supposed to be like an extension of your presence, make a real statement, our mission, to figure out how it possibly lives up to those pretty big claims.
Yeah, it's a great mission. Because fragrance, it's this amazing mix, isn't it? Part art, part science. It's way more than just smelling the different ingredients. It's how they work together, that alchemy, to create a feeling, maybe tell a story about who's wearing it. So for this deep dive, we're really going to unpack Azzaro the Most Wanted. It's one people talk about.
A lot.
A lot. We've got scent profiles, analyses, and importantly, what real people are saying in reviews. We want the full picture.
Okay, let's unpack this then. I'm really curious to see what's the most wanted. So, well wanted. Okay, so right away, the sources we looked at, they don't hold back. They're calling it the cologne that owns the night. Seriously. And get this quote. This really sums it up. If confidence had a scent, it would be the most wanted. I mean, wow. That's a high bar. It keeps getting described as dominating, turning heads, making people curious, leaving this sort of trail of desire. But like, how? How does a smell do that? Is it just clever marketing or something actually in the bottle making it that powerful?
Well, those are definitely strong claims, and yeah, they point to a fragrance that's designed to make a big entrance. Its classification is interesting. A spicy fougère with a gourmand twist. Now, for anyone who follows fragrances, fougère usually brings to mind that classic sort of green, masculine, almost barbershop kind of vibe. Clean, elegant. But the gourmand twist, that's where it gets really modern and frankly interesting. Gourmand means, edible notes, sweet things, vanilla, caramel, stuff like that. So you take that traditional masculine base and add this layer of modern sweetness. It's that balance, that contrast that makes it so intriguing and potent, gives it character.
Okay, that blend sounds complex, so let's break down the notes, because that's really the blueprint, right? It kicks off with red ginger at the top, and those sources say it's zesty, fiery, attention-grabbing. Sounds like it hits you right away.
Oh, it does, yeah. That ginger gives it an immediate spark. Like you said, it grabs attention from the first moment. But it's not just a quick flash. It sets the tone before it smoothly moves into heart and base notes. That's where the real depth comes in, where the scent evolves on your skin. In the heart, there's this Incandescent Woods Accord. Now, an accord isn't one single ingredient. It's more like a chord in music. Several notes blended perfectly to create one unified smell. So incandescent woods, think warm, maybe smoky woods, cedar, perhaps, maybe some vetiver. It gives it this grounding masculine warmth. And then you get to the base, bourbon vanilla. But not just any vanilla. They describe it as creamy, sensual, addictive. Almost edible, really rich.
Okay.
So you get this whole journey, right? Starts spicy, moves through those warm woods, and then lands in this deep, inviting vanilla. It manages to be spicy and sweet, bold and smooth. It really does evolve quite beautifully.
That sounds pretty amazing. But a scent like that must have its moments, right? Like when and where does it really work best? The sources seem pretty aligned on this. They call it a cool weather powerhouse, a nighttime essential. So we're thinking fall, winter, evenings out, date nights definitely, maybe special occasions, places where that bold projection is actually a plus.
Exactly. That timing is key. Those richer notes, the woods, the vanilla, they just bloom better in cooler air. They can radiate without feeling, heavy or sticky, which could easily happen if you wore it on a hot day. So while it's versatile for evenings and cooler weather, the sources are clear. Not ideal for hot summer days. It really underlines that this is meant for making an impact in specific, maybe more intimate settings.
Right, context matters. Okay, so we've got the smell, the timing. But the big question is always, how do other people react? And this is where the compliment magnet idea comes up again and again, especially, it seems, from women. I saw some direct quotes. One was, "It smells like a man who knows exactly what he's doing." That's pretty direct. And another one, "It's sexy, spicy, and addictive. I couldn't stop sniffing his neck." I mean, you can't really get a stronger endorsement than that, can you?
You really can't. Those kinds of comments pop up repeatedly in the reviews. It's consistently called a crowd pleaser, a real date night favorite. And it connects right back to that blend we talked about, that appealing vanilla and wood foundation, plus that little spicy kick from the ginger that just adds intrigue, makes it stand out. It's absolutely designed to get noticed, to be remembered, although it does make you wonder. If something has that much mass appeal, especially for confidence and attraction, does it risk becoming, less unique, most common than most wanted?
That's a fair point.
But the sources seem to suggest its specific blend, that balance, still keeps it feeling distinct enough.
Okay, let's talk performance then. Because a fragrance meant to own the room needs to last, right? The numbers are pretty impressive.
Yeah.
A 9.3 out of 10 rating overall. Longevity is listed as 8 to 10 hours. That's a full evening out, easily.
Solid performance.
And the projection is called bold. It apparently fills a room, but, and this is key, without overwhelming. How tricky is that balance to get right?
It's very tricky. Projection is basically the scent bubble around you, how far it reaches. What's interesting here is how those metrics, good longevity, strong but not offensive projection, really back up the whole bold and unforgettable claim. It manages to have that mass appeal, especially noted with women, like you said. So in the right place, right time, the sources literally say it's pure fire. It makes its presence known without, punching people in the nose. That's the sweet spot for a powerful fragrance.
Right. Impact without being obnoxious.
Yeah.
Okay, so if someone's listening and thinking, I need to try this, where do they go? The sources mentioned it's available at Oak Fragrance.
Yeah.
And they pointed out it's often at affordable prices, which is always good news. Makes it pretty accessible.
Definitely accessible. And, if you want to go deeper than just this one scent, if you're really getting into fragrances, the sources suggest checking out fragrance communities online, like maybe through Linktree pages of reviewers or shops. You can find tips, learn about new releases, just get a better handle on scent education in general. It helps you appreciate specific ones like the most wanted even more.
Good tip. So wrapping this up, what's the final verdict on Azzaro the Most Wanted? It seems like it really is positioned as bold, seductive, unforgettable. It feels like it's designed for someone who really gets how powerful presence can be and wants their scent to, well, do some of the talking for them. It's less about just smelling nice and more about sending a message.
Exactly. I think this whole deep dive really shows how a well-made fragrance is way more than just perfume. It's a tool for self-expression, for crafting your presence. And maybe that leaves you, our listener, with a question to think about. What story do you want your presence to tell? And, could the right scent help you